I have one rule. When you go to a party and you don't enjoy it, it's your fault. Faced with the difficult task, everything else becomes easier. On the first day, I went to HR and said, so how many Filipinos do you have in this hotel? And the lady said, one, you.
Oh my gosh.
If you are the migrant, you need to acquire and respect their practices, their norms, and understand it. One of our initiatives, Visit Iloilo, is to enforce that Iloilo is a cultural city. It is an art city.
Welcome to Business Tsismis, where we uncover stories that make the hustle worth it. My name is Vanessa Caro, and this is the Limitless series powered by Eastern Communications. Joining me today is a powerhouse in the hospitality management industry, the one and only Miss Natalie Lim, General Manager of Richmonde Hotel Iloilo. Hi, Miss Nat.
Hello, mabuhay, Van. Welcome.
Thank you so much for being with us here on this podcast today. I'm so excited because I, for one, admire your journey and everything that you've been throughout your career. I would love to know, and I'm sure our audience would like to know as well, how did you get to this point in your life where I consider you so successful and you've had such a colorful career? How did you get here, and have you always wanted to be in hospitality management?
It's funny because I did not study hospitality. I did not go to a tourism school. Never took courses in hospitality. Yes,
Wow.
prior to work. And I actually was looking for a job. No, I was job hunting for a year after graduation. And the hotel was sort of like, okay, let's just apply there and try for lack of anything better to do after a year. But once I got in, I never really stopped. I think in the end, it's really very simple that I love what I do.
Yes.
I love working with people.
And it really shows.
I try, no? But I love working with people. And this job has actually brought me to many different places,
Around the
introduced
world.
many different cultures, and I've met probably thousands of people.
Yes.
And it's become, I think, more enriching than if I had worked anywhere else.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you made the right career choice.
Yes.
In short.
I'd say so.
You mentioned earlier that you started your career here in Manila, in the Philippines. Where and how did you, what was your experience like when you started your first job in hospitality?
Well, I applied and I got the job at the New World Hotel, which is currently still there, no? In
Yes.
Makati. That was my first job. I applied actually as an assistant of the executive housekeeper. I was supposed to be an admin.
Wow.
Doing EA work.
Yes.
No? But when they met me during the interview, they said, we think you can work in front desk.
Yeah.
Have you tried working in front desk? And I had no idea. And I said, well, I know what the front desk does. I
Yes.
mean, from an outsider. So I said, okay, yeah, I can take that job. So I took the job in front desk. It was a 600-room hotel. It was
Wow.
very difficult to work with. But
Especially as a first job.
yes, as a first job. And at that
Very
time,
demanding.
computers were not as savvy as they are,
Right.
today. 30
So
years
lots of
ago.
paperwork.
Yes, lots of paperwork. I mean, 30 years ago, it was dot matrix. No,
Yes.
there were no laser printers. The computer screen was just green and black or
Yes.
orange and black. It's not like today. There was no Google at the
quite robust
time.
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's no internet at the time. So it really honed our skills and our talent.
So that's where you got your training ground. And
That's where you train. And it's true what they say, no? When you train and you're faced with the difficult tasks, everything else becomes easier as you go along.
because it's not easy working in hospitality management. Number one, you have to be, if you are a general manager, I'm sure which you know, you have to be online 24/7. You have to ensure that every single guest that is staying here is happy, because one bad review could lead to a disaster.
Yes, correct.
Now, with the career that you've been through so far, what made you say yes to Richmonde Hotel Iloilo, considering you're the general manager now and with Mega World? How has that been, and what made you say yes?
I accepted the job. I think it was crazy. Call me crazy, call me adventurous, call me stupid. I accepted the job sight unseen. No, somebody called me from corporate and said, we have a hotel coming up in Iloilo. Would you like to move? I did not even ask how big the hotel was.
Mm-hmm.
I just said, "Oh, okay."
Yes.
So at that point, I think I was looking to move again because half of my career I've
Mm-hmm.
been moving.
Right.
I was moving from not just from city to city, but from country to
Place.
country.
Mm-hmm.
No, and at that point, I had been living in Manila for about 2 years.
So you were in Manila before you moved to Iloilo.
Yes, I was in
Got
Manila
it.
before I moved to Iloilo. I was working in another property there
Mm-hmm.
for about a year, and before that, I was taking care of my mom. No,
Right.
so I was in Manila. I've been in Manila for about 2 years, and I said, I think it's time to pack my bags
And moved to
and
another
move.
place.
And the first offer came, and I'm like, okay, Iloilo.
Right.
So I came here,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember in May, same time last 10 years ago. May
Right.
it was May 18 when I first came to Iloilo in
Mm-hmm.
2015, and I had the very bad flu.
Oh
So it
no.
wasn't a very good introduction to Iloilo,
Right.
but I love the place. I like.
What made you love Iloilo at first glance and made you stay because you're here for 10 years
Yes,
already.
yes.
So
Mhm.
just like myself, I can't run away from Iloilo. No matter what I do, I always come back. So what made you stay here in Iloilo?
Well, number one, people are very disciplined. It's very clean. For someone like me who was born and raised in Manila,
Yes.
I never had a province. I'm from Manila, no? I'm a
Right. You're a
Manilena.
city girl.
And during the summers, I would always wonder when my classmates would say, we're going home to the province for vacation. I'm like, where's province? My province is Quezon City. So, and then whenever they say, oh, we're going home because there's fiesta. I'm like, what
Right.
fiesta?
What's a
I don't
fiesta? What do you do in a fiesta?
No? So on my first couple of years here, every time someone would invite me to a fiesta,
Right.
I'll say yes right away because I wanted to
You wanted
experience
to
it. It
know what
wasn't
it's like.
it wasn't part of it wasn't a core experience of mine
Right.
growing up. No, entering people's houses to eat
Right.
was not part of my
It wasn't your thing.
tradition. It wasn't
Like,
my
I can
thing
eat in
because-
my own corner. Why do I have to go to your house
Yes,
to eat?
because we never did that in Manila. In Manila, everything is gated. All the
Yes.
gates are shut closed. No, so we never did that.
Mm-hmm.
But it also because Iloilo reminded me of some of the cities where I live, where I
Right.
really felt at home. Like in KL, in Malaysia,
Mm-hmm.
when I lived there, there is a concept of open house, which is like a
Okay.
fiesta where all houses are literally open.
Mm-hmm.
You can enter anyone's house and eat.
Wow.
So the concept of the fiesta is like
Quite
that.
similar. Yeah.
It's quite similar. And because when I was in Malaysia, I lived on my own.
Yes.
I had no Filipino friends. I had no friends. I had to make friends with locals.
But you're so independent because like you go to Malaysia and you live in you work in the hospitality industry and you decide to take on these adventures all by yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Before we like get into the more of the specifics, how did you find that drive to become so independent as you are? Because I see you when I get to see you here at Richmonde, you always have a smile on your face. I'm sure you are going through a lot with the hotel management, but you just seem to have this inner light about you that lets you go about your day to day.
Being independent, it takes
Yeah.
getting used to.
Yes.
No? Because first of all, I'm the youngest of four
Of
siblings
four.
of Chinese parents.
I see.
So it's very unusual. No?
Right.
Number one, traveling by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to it. I like it. I get a little bit crazy when other people travel with me because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
I like to do things on my own. People find it strange that I eat
It's
by
your own
myself.
pace.
But it's my own pace.
Yes.
And I think in a way, of course, my mother had a lot of influence. She would always tell me, always do the right thing, respect people, no
Right.
matter who they are. Always wash your hands before eating, wash your hands after
The
eating.
Asian basics.
Yeah, the Asian basics. But she wasn't a tiger mom. She
I
was.
see. Which is nice.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes. And she cooked and she fed everyone, me and my friends and my brother's friends and my brother and my sister. So, it was very well rounded and she kept my feet on the ground and she always had these little things that I remember her telling me that helped me as along.
Yes, yes.
And before she passed away, I was already traveling. And she
I
was
see.
all for it. She was all for it. She was like, 2 years have passed. Where are you moving naman? No? And so she's
I
like,
love it.
where are you going now? Where are you going this time? No?
It's a full life.
It's a full life. And
Yeah.
she's taught me to do that. And so for me, and I have one rule, no? When you go to a party and you don't enjoy it, it's your fault. So for me, that's my principle when I do things by myself.
Right.
If I wake up and I end the day and I'm not happy, it's my fault. So I have to make myself happy.
Yes.
Whether I make myself useful, whether I help somebody directly or indirectly.
Your happiness depends on you.
My happiness depends on me, no? Do I have challenges? Yes, a lot. A lot of challenges, no? Running a hotel is not easy.
No.
And in fact, this is the smallest hotel that I've worked in, because the other hotels I've worked in, 600, 700 rooms, 900 rooms now.
And how many rooms does Richmonde Hotel Iloilo
149. So, yeah.
Yes,
so,
yes.
so it's the smallest, no? I've had hotels where it's multicultural, multiracial.
Yes.
No? So this one, I'm only dealing with Filipinos, with at least Filipino associates, Ilonggo associates,
Right,
who are very well educated, very mild mannered, very well disciplined, have the same values as me. It makes it a little bit easier, and I should be grateful. And that's what I am every day. I'm grateful every day.
And it's so nice to also hear people from Manila, like yourselves, come here and say that we have such a great workforce. Because as an Ilongga, hearing that, people want to come to Iloilo and experience what it's like to have an Iloilo workforce is so important, not only for our local economy, but also for the companies that come here in the near future as well.
Yes.
Now, running a hotel, Miss Nat, is not easy. And how many employees do you have here in this hotel, if you don't mind?
I have about 150.
150. Yeah. How and what methods do you use to ensure that your 150 employees are happy and still drive the mission forward of being in Richmonde?
Nobody can do it alone. No?
Yes.
So what you need to do is to empower the people working around you. For me, I'm very grateful that I have a very strong support team in my department heads.
Yes.
A lot of them.
Yes.
No? A lot of them. No? I have a very good
And
front
they're
office.
so friendly. Every time I approach the front desk, parang,
Yes.
"Hi, Ma'am Vanessa. Welcome back to Richmonde." I'm like, yes, for the 10th time in a week.
Welcome back again.
Yeah.
But I have a very supportive team.
Yeah.
I have a team that works very hard.
Yes.
No? You need to have a strong support team, like I'm sure you do. I have a very strong circle of department leaders.
Yes.
Who, number one, I trust. Number two, trust me.
Yes.
No,
That's the most
because-
important thing.
Yes,
too.
trust is reciprocal, no? Who have built the value of integrity and who continue to deliver the same message to their teams, no? I walk around a lot, no? I talk to people. Short of micromanaging, I don't like to micromanage, but I look at things. I think because of my experience, my 30 years experience in the hospitality, mabilis ang mata ko.
Easy to
I see
pick
things,
something.
I notice things. So it's just a matter of, will I say something about it or not?
Right.
Will I say something about it to the right person or not? No. Do I maintain respect for everyone? I think those are the things that really...
And I was so impressed because when we had our press conference for one of the events that we managed last week, I happened to see you and Chef Ariel in the Biz Bar downstairs and just checking and making sure that all of the preparations for the event was ready. And sometimes you don't see a lot of general managers being there before the event. Everything should actually be ready and beautiful before you arrive. But I was so happy and impressed na you were already checking that everything was okay. And I really think that shows and is showcased throughout everything that you do at Richmonde as well, throughout your staff.
I like to be part of the process.
Yes.
No? I think to be an effective manager, you're not just there to look at the beautiful things. You have to first know how to do the dirty things.
The nitty-gritty.
Yes. And then be part of the process. Be with your team. Be with them in their hardships so that you can also be with them in their celebrations. No?
Yes.
And I always tell my team, let's celebrate victories, whether it's small or big. Yesterday was International Human Resources Day, International HR Day. So I promised HR, I'll get ice cream. No, so today we had ice cream, And everyone, including those who are not in HR, were saying, yay, yay. I said, you're not HR. No, but they got ice cream anyway. So those are the little things,
The small
no?
things matter.
Those are the little things. And I think, whether consciously or subconsciously, they find it valuable.
Right, right. Now, Richmonde has been awarded many awards over the 10 years that you've been here in Iloilo. I can't believe we've known each other for 10 years
10
now.
10
And
years.
thank you for staying in Iloilo because I can't imagine Richmonde being here without you in it. And the food is so amazing. What are some of the initiatives or what awards are you most proud of that Richmonde Hotel has received, or what initiatives to make the hotel more inclusive are you proud of?
Well, awards are one thing, no? But an award that is celebrated by everyone because we all partook in that evolution, in that
Yes.
process, it's even more important, no? One of the things that we're very proud of is to be part of the Good Travel Program, which is a recognition that was given to us in 2023 in Estonia. It's an international recognition.
Right.
For sustainability.
Okay.
No, for sustainability. And there are many different kinds of sustainability. The sustainability we know is more of environment, no? No plastics,
Yes.
tourism value chains, and all of these things. Going green.
Right.
But there is also what we call cultural sustainability, where we preserve cultures and traditions through the many initiatives that we have.
Okay.
And we are
I love
pushing,
that. Cultural sustainability. It's
cultural
important.
sustainability. Tourism has evolved in many ways.
Yes.
And one of the trends is that tourists would like to experience the culture of a
Yes.
place. No? Wherever they go, there must be cultural value.
Yeah.
And this is where Iloilo wins. Because Iloilo is a very unique place whereby there's still a lot of culture ingrained in the everyday things that we
Past
do.
and the present.
Yeah, where the past is always present. And again, one of our initiatives, Visit Iloilo, is to enforce
Yes.
the general impression that Iloilo is a cultural city. It is an art city.
Yes.
There's
Very
many
art-driven.
things. Yeah,
and
art-driven.
I've also received some feedback, from people, like, let's say, visitors from Cebu. They will say that Iloilo has, not to provide comparison, pero Iloilo has so much more art than other places.
Yes, yes. And
Diba?
you'll find them in even the smallest places.
Yes.
Holes in the walls, galleries, restaurants. And even for us, we're very proud that because even our food
Yes.
is part of art.
Yes.
No? Gastronomy is part of culture. And as a UNESCO, the only UNESCO Creative City of Gastronomy, we're very proud to be part of that.
Yes.
And actually, that ties in with the Cultural Sustainability Award that we have, or the recognition, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to promote culture through food because everybody eats.
Yes.
And food brings people together.
And people
no?
ask me, so what's in Iloilo? Well, food. That's all
Yes.
you need to know.
Yes, food. That's all you need. And in Iloilo, walang diet.
Yes,
no? There are
walang
no
diet.
dieting in Iloilo. And in fact, we have two upcoming events where we're showcasing Iloilo. No,
Right.
one is local and one is international. And for me, it's an outlet for our chefs
Correct.
to find their way to the international community, to get their voices heard.
Right.
But in the way they are stewards of economic sustainability for our farmers and our
Yes.
communities, because when they do that, they bring endemic ingredients
Yeah.
from Iloilo, and people are more interested now to visit farms, whether it's a city farm, it's a countryside farm, it's the markets.
Yes.
So it basically, at the end of the day, it will drive economy.
And it's nice because our chefs here in Iloilo are very intertwined with the farmers' needs, and they're also very sensitive to what our farmers need. Right. So if there's an economy that needs to thrive within the farmers, they pay much attention to ensuring that whatever is at the farm gets to the table in a locally and sustainable way.
Correct,
Yes.
correct. But in a way that's also acceptable to foreigners,
Yes.
or to visitors from Manila. No, we are very happy to have specific food or specific dishes tied to us. The lapas bachoy,
Yeah.
the pancit molo, which are really part of the districts of Iloilo.
Right.
But we we also have other food. We have other food, no?
Yeah.
We have other food. And in the study of gastronomy, we found out that 40% of the endemic ingredients in the Philippines are in Western Visayas. And
You said 40%?
of the endemic
Oh.
ingredients, no? Ingredients that you will only find in one
Right.
region. For example, batuan.
But one,
Yeah.
yes.
Takway. I was today years old when I found out about takway because I never I will not tell
can
you
you
my
tell us-
age, but up until that age, I did not know
Yeah.
that something like takway existed, no?
Right.
But kadyos,
Yes.
even the darag chicken
And chicken.
is endemic to Western Visayas.
Yes,
Those are
yes.
things that you will not find anywhere else. And now we're meeting artisans, no? People who make budbud salt,
Even like the
salt,
tul-tul.
yeah,
Yes.
tul salt from Guimaras.
Guimaras.
We went, and you
It's
know,
such a process.
it is. It's such a process.
So you've been through to a lot of places. You
Yeah.
visited many places around Iloilo. Miss Nat, I also want to take it back to a little bit more of your operational efficiency here in Richmonde. No, you have 149 employees, but you also have to deal with customer concerns and ensuring that you're up to date with the trends in hospitality, but most importantly, to stay connected not only with your staff, your leaders, but the people around you. How do you, and what digital tools do you use? Because a little birdie told me that you use Eastern Communications,
Yes, we do.
digital
Yes, we
innovations
do.
and tools.
Yes, we do.
How helpful have they been in terms of reliability and innovation for the products that you use to communicate with the world?
You know, part of the, and I'm happy you asked that, no? Because part of the Department of Tourism's development goals, no? From 2023 to 2028, the National Tourism Development Program includes, among other things, connectivity. You know,
Yes.
and I think it's impossible for people now to live under a rock and not be connected. No?
Right.
Even for me, no, because I live away from, technically I live away
Yes.
from home. No, my siblings are in Manila. People often ask me, why are you on Facebook so much or on Instagram? So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of my relatives because I want them to know where I am.
Yes.
I mean, really, no?
Yes.
That's for personal. But for it has now transcended to business because
Yeah.
really,
You've really built a community here. Like every
Yes,
person, and,
yes.
and I also want to insert this, no, aside from building the community, one of my favorite parts about you is you also invest in Filipino fashion and you connect with the local textiles, which makes people like me feel very inspired.
Yes,
Because I also love local textiles, and I believe that's also what you're wearing right now.
yes. Mm-mm.
Yes.
Well, you know, and again, whatever you put out there into the universe goes to the universe. No?
Yes.
So, for example, from a business standpoint, if I post something on our social media platform, or if I post an ad, if I post a new promo, even when the offices are closed,
Right.
even when my Marcom goes to sleep, even if reservations is online and not really there in person, my ads are moving. My ads are
Correct.
moving. My rooms are
That's
selling.
true.
No,
That's
my
so
rooms are
true.
selling.
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing, diba? And,
Yes.
and that's only possible if you're able to connect, no?
Correct.
And then Richmonde Hotel Iloilo was actually built as positioned as a business hotel.
Correct.
I don't think
Yes.
people can do business while they're staying here if the Wi-Fi is slow,
Yes.
if they cannot connect, no?
And fun fact is, you know, if you go to the granary, which is where you like to eat, you see a lot of people having meetings there
Yes.
and collaborating and ensuring that, you know, they can get their business done.
Yes. A lot of projects are born in granary.
Yeah.
I always
It's
say
good
that.
to know. I have a couple there too.
A lot of projects, weddings, events were born in granary.
Yes.
A lot of plans are worked out there. No? We have meetings there. A lot of online meetings happen there. You'll see people speaking on their laptops, no?
Yes.
Sitting there. I even have guests, because, you know, granary closes at 10 in the evening. I have guests asking permission if they can sit there
Okay.
and work, no? Because they
see.
work from home and they have different hours,
Right,
no?
right.
So it really matters. So
And you let them.
and we let them. We
Yeah.
let them. I mean, I have a room service staff who works 20 overnight shift.
Okay.
They basically take care of the preparations or any requests guests might have over the course of the evening, no? And they can assist, no? They can
Yes.
serve you coffee or whatever. And we have an after hours room service menu where it's a short list of light meals for
Yes.
evening when you come home and you're
I've
hungry.
seen that menu one too many times.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, we're always open.
Right.
And you know what? When you're connected, your business is always open.
Mhm.
You're always reachable.
Right.
And there's more opportunity.
Mhm.
There's more opportunity to get a chunk of the market from
Right.
there.
Right.
Nowadays, in
Mhm.
the shift in traveler
Mhm.
preferences and
Right.
tourism experience, it's really experiential.
Mhm.
And I think your crew and everyone, and you will agree with me, that most tourists will choose properties who are responsible and sustainable.
Right.
Uh,
100%.
a hotel that is a responsible consumer
Mhm.
of goods and
Yes.
supplier of services, I think gets more preference.
Mhm.
No? It's really consciousness. People now are more mindful, are more conscious. For me, when we first started a few years ago, being sustainable means higher operational costs. Why?
Right.
Because, for example, sustainable wrappers are more expensive than
normal wrappers.
non-biodegradable.
Yes.
No? Bamboo straws, paper straws, rice paper straws are more expensive than plastic straws.
Plastics.
No?
Yes.
But in recent times, probably because people are more conscious and producers are now more conscious,
Yes.
the price gap is thinning. It's
Starting
lessening,
to-
no?
I see.
So now our bamboo keys, and we were the first to introduce bamboo keys in 2019.
Yes, I love that. The bamboo keys. And have you seen other hotels follow in the same footsteps of having bamboo keys? Because not many hotels that I visited have that.
Yeah, not many hotels
No.
have it. Well, our group, yes. But we were the ones, the first
The
one.
pioneers,
No?
okay.
We pioneered it in 2019. No? We found that the bamboo keys are actually cheaper than the plastic keys.
Interesting.
Yes, by almost maybe 60%. And of course, it's a topic of conversation. It's a conversation starter for our guests.
Right.
Our guests who are sustainable or conscious about being green appreciate it.
Yes.
Many articles have been written about it. No? So nowadays, because of the demand and there are more suppliers, the price difference between that is already
almost matching.
almost matching, no?
Yes.
So between being environmentally responsible and not, I'd
Right.
rather choose to give a few extra centavos to be sustainable.
Sustainable.
No?
Makes all the difference.
Yes, and we partnered with Resbin, which is a materials recovery
Yes. I
group.
believe they're also one of Iloilo's like very young startups, but have
Yes.
progressed very fast. As
Very
well.
fast, yo. So we partnered with them many years ago, and it was funny because when they came to me, they said, we've been tapping people, but nobody pays attention to us
Right.
because these are young people.
Yes.
They lived in Manila for so long, they really didn't know a lot of people here. And I said, let's take it. We won't lose anything.
Yeah.
And I guess always at the back of my mind, it's always doing things with purpose. What is the purpose of this?
Right.
It's to save the environment. It's
Yes.
to make use of
Live sustainably.
yes, it's to live sustainable, and it will cost us nothing.
Right.
Just extra time and consciousness to separate our trash, no? To segregate our trash.
And it's also a talking point for all of your consumers or your visitors to Richmonde that did you know that the hotel I visited in Iloilo has a bamboo card?
Yes,
I've never seen that
correct,
before.
Correct. So, part of, as general managers, we're also responsible in reporting
Yes.
operational concerns and updates to corporate. And part of my monthly report is what we have saved in terms of monies. No, of course, it's always financial. No, what we have saved in terms of monies, but also how we have saved the environment.
Right.
How many kilograms of plastics were redirected from landfills, and do you know that in a year we can redirect about 2,000 kilos of
Right.
plastics, all because of our partnership with Resbin.
Yes. Yes.
No, so that's exclusive of things that we donate, the things that we repurpose in the hotel, within the hotel,
Yeah.
changing our amenities, from the little packets to the dispensers.
The little things matter.
Yes, yes, they do.
Now, Miss Nat, it seems that you are, well, it is actually very true that you are well versed in everything that you're doing here at Richmonde. I would love to pick your brain on our quick fire round.
Oh my gosh.
So all you need to do is just answer directly, and then we'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Okay, so first question is, what is your favorite hotel that you've worked at besides Richmonde, and why?
I would say the Renaissance in
Okay.
Kuala Lumpur. I worked there for 2 years. That was my second international position. It was a 900 room hotel.
My gosh.
It was 900 rooms, two separate buildings with a convention center for 2,000 people in between. And I was the guest services manager. I
Okay.
was in charge of the executive lounge and the executive floors on each tower.
Wow.
So I would be up on the 23rd floor in one tower. I'll go down, walk across the convention center, and go to the 25th floor of the other tower to manage the rooms and the lounge. Yes, yes, no. And again, like what I always do, I said yes to the job without looking at where it was.
Yes, yes.
So
You
when
just
I
took the
first
challenge
yes,
head on.
So when I first arrived in Malaysia, I'm like, I cannot understand the signs because it's in Bahasa, no?
Yeah.
Because in Malaysia they have a law that the local language should be the priority.
Practiced, yes.
Yeah. So everything from exit sign to fire exit to no smoking is all in Bahasa. So I'm like, I think I don't understand this, no? But it was such an experience for me, and going there, being with people whose main language was not English, was an eye opener.
Right.
And because there were no, and so on the first day I went to HR and said, "So how many Filipinos do you have in this hotel?" And the lady said, "One, you." I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
No, so I was forced to
Yes.
I had to make friends with locals. And there I learned that if you are the migrant, you need to acquire and respect their
Absolutely.
practices,
100%.
their norms, and
I have
understand
to add
it.
to that because when I moved to the Philippines at
Yes.
8 years old, I didn't know Ilonggo,
Yan.
Filipino,
Yes.
Mandarin, whatever. I had to adapt. And if I didn't adapt, I knew I would not survive. So
Yes.
yes, 100%.
Yes, and there came to me the value of humility.
Yes.
I know I was brought there. I came in as a manager. So I literally skipped everyone else's position and came there as a manager
Right.
of the VIP section.
Yes.
So I was managing arrivals of royalties, Hollywood celebrities, local celebrities, and and it's difficult to work with a team under you
Yes.
if number one they don't
They
like you,
understand. Oh,
number two they
yes.
don't understand you,
Yes.
number three they don't have the same work ethics or maybe the same practices as you. During Ramadan they would all be fasting and they cannot work, and
They
I'm
cannot
like,
focus and think.
yes, correct. So I sort of had a paradigm shift, and I had to think, okay, I'm the manager. I came here to manage them, but I need to manage myself first, and I need to find a way. And again, it goes
Yes.
back to for them to trust me,
Right.
but I also have to trust them, no?
Yes.
And I made so much friends. And after that assignment, every year I would go back to Kuala Lumpur, and we were just in Kuala Lumpur recently to visit, to reconnect, to eat, to visit all the. I go to the same places
Yes.
where I was in 2004 when I first worked there, because it such holds great memories
Great
for
memory.
me. Yeah.
So the Renaissance in Kuala Lumpur, 900 rooms.
Yes.
Next question is, what is the most memorable guest interaction that stayed with you?
There's a lot. No, every guest to me, and I think that makes it gives me more efficiency, and it makes me a better hospitality professional, because in my mind, every guest is important.
Yes.
No? Whether you're a celebrity or you're just someone who's in shorts and slippers and you just walked in and you just wanted the room, you're all VIP.
Yes,
No?
yes.
Everyone is a VIP. But I do have guests, maybe because of the length of career that I have. I've worked in hotels for 30 years. I've had guests who were terminally ill and they would come. When I was in Hawaii, no, I had a guest whose husband called and said, could you assign for us when we come an oceanfront room, because
Right.
she's at the last stages. My
see.
wife is at the last stages of her illness, and maybe this is her last visit to Hawaii. No, so we made sure things that it happened.
It happened,
No,
yeah,
we
for
made sure
sure.
those things happened, and it's a sad story, yes, but it goes to show, it proves that our role in the hospitality industry is not superficial, it's not
Yes.
superfluous.
Yes.
We also
Taking care of people's lives.
we're also taking care of people, and when we are mindful and we actually care,
It makes all the
people know it.
difference.
Yeah, it makes all the
Yes.
difference. Makes all the
Yes.
difference. Yeah.
Next question is one local product or artisan from Iloilo that you think the world should know about. Who is that person?
From Iloilo.
From Iloilo.
There's a lot.
Just
Oh my
choose one.
gosh,
Just choose one.
There's a lot. Well, number one, I think they should get to know Balay Tablea.
Okay.
And again, I was today years old when I
Yeah.
came here, when I found out that Iloilo has Tablea. No? We partnered with her 10 years ago.
Okay.
This is Miss Kath. She manages Balay Tablea. It's a co-op of cocoa farmers. There are independent cocoa farmers in Cabatuan and in the areas surrounding Cabatuan, where they plant and harvest cocoa pods, no? Cocoa pods, cacao.
Yes.
And they roast it and they bring it to her,
Yeah.
and she turns them into tablea.
Oh,
She
wow.
packages them and she sells them, no?
I love it.
The packaging itself, it's wrapped in banana leaves.
Yes, yes.
And she actually helps the community by making kids roll and wrap
And
them, and then she pays the kids.
I
No?
see.
So it's really giving job to the community. It's putting the tablea out into the market. So
Yes.
she's selling them to most of the hotels. The tableas made it to Macau. And
Wow.
even the Mexicans and the Brazilians were amazed at the quality of our cacao.
Interesting.
Uh,
And where can they find that? In
They can find it in Richmonde Hotel,
There
Iloilo,
you go.
or in Balay Tablea.
Balay
In
Tablea.
Cabatuan, she has
Yes.
a shop there, no, in Sunburst. But she also supplies to the different hotels, and she has a shop here in Iloilo City.
Yes,
no?
yes.
It's worthwhile. Let's support the local
Yes,
makers,
absolutely.
local communities.
And if I could
no?
add someone, I would say Peach Garde.
Yes,
In
Peach
terms of, like,
Garden.
designs.
yes. Peach Garden, very talented,
Yes, very talented.
very understated. He's very humble, and
Yes.
it makes him more successful.
Exactly. Yeah. Next question is, if not hospitality, what industry would you be in?
I would be in my original course that I took in college, which was mass communications. I was majoring in communication arts.
You would
no?
probably take my job.
But I like to write.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like to write, and
Which is why your Facebook and social media posts are so detailed.
yes, I have and I started last week, and I could intend to continue writing about
Yes.
the region and contribute to Mike Tatung's Simple.ph, that is his site. No, it's a lifestyle site now, and he wants more regional
Right.
articles. So
Right.
tomorrow when I go to Magahan Festival,
Yes.
I will take notes and I will write about that
I love
for
it.
my next article.
Next quick fire round question is dream collaboration, chef, designer, or brand? Who or what? Dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration, chef, designer. Designer, of course, Peach Garden. I've collaborated with PJ, of course. I have
Yes.
collaborated with Jeff Ticao.
Yes.
I have collaborated with Leo Cadete, Jackie Peñalosa. Almost
all
all,
of
no?
the beautiful
Peach,
designers
I've
here.
collaborated
Yes.
with them. I have met, and now I know Francis Libiran.
Yes.
He's a very talented gentleman. He is actually nice. He's nice.
Everyone
He's-
says he's very nice.
He's very nice, very humble.
Despite all of his success. Yeah.
Yes, despite all of his success, I would love to collaborate with him again.
Yes.
Chef, I've collaborated with a lot of the local chefs. I work with, of course, Chef Tibong, with Chef Siege.
Yes.
I have worked with, of course, with my own chef, Chef
Chef Ariel.
Ariel. No, I would love to collaborate with Josh Boutwood.
Okay.
I would love, which we have in a way
Mm-hmm.
because of the Sabores. We would have loved to collaborate with Gaita Forres, unfortunately, but
Yes.
she so loved our dishes.
Absolutely.
And she even asked permission to copy one of, to
Mm-hmm.
replicate one. And, but yeah, we would have loved to collaborate
Mm-hmm.
with her. But yeah, Josh Boutwood is really, really,
Lots of collaborations to be done. Now, this segment, Miss Nat, is called Pitch or Pass. So all you have to say is pitch or pass for
Okay.
an idea that we're going to be pitching to you.
okay.
So first one is a virtual concierge app tailored for Filipino travelers, featuring heritage tours and local businesses.
Pitch, definite
Ayan.
pitch. Yes, yes, yes.
Next one is a regional eco certification program for hotels, co-created with local environmental NGOs.
Pitch,
or
pitch.
pass. There you go.
Pitch, pitch.
Pitch. An immersive digital training program for aspiring hospitality professionals in rural areas. Pitch or pass.
Pitch. But
But
pitch, but I would add to that, I would like to have a face-to-face component
right.
because you never really work in hospitality unless you are face-to-face.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. A traveling food festival spotlighting Iloilo's heritage dishes across Southeast Asia.
Pitch.
Pitch. Of course, pitch.
Of course, pitch.
And I would like to end the pitch or pass segment with this wild card. If you had no budget constraints, what's one bold project that you would launch to elevate Iloilo as a global sustainable tourism destination? No budget.
I'd like to have a traveling Iloilo fair, meaning bringing dinagyang dancers all over the world. You know, you're too young to remember the Harlem Globetrotters. Who remembers
Harlem
them?
Globetrotters.
Yeah. You know, the Harlem Globetrotters is a traveling basketball team and they go all over the world
Yes.
to do exhibition games.
Okay.
I would like us to have dinagyang Iloilo Globetrotters, no? A team of Ilonggos, a chef, performers, artists,
Everything that showcases
everything
Iloilo.
maybe from a
Yes.
field, no? From the
Yes.
field, from a specific field, no? To travel the world and showcase.
Iloilo.
Maybe have something at the Madison Square Garden, in
Right.
Central Park, in Faneuil Hall,
Something to
in
bring
KL, I don't know,
everyone
maybe,
together.
yeah. In Union Station, something that will entice,
Yeah.
raise awareness and entice people to come and visit Iloilo, because it is a worthwhile place to visit and the people are worth knowing.
Right. For sure. And I think the Dinagyang Foundation actually did that like several years back during the Dinagyang time when they brought their dancers to parade in the US as well.
Join Macy's Parade,
Yes,
diba? Yung ganon,
yes.
yes. Oo, mm-mm.
Miss Nat, I've learned so much from you. And I'm sure a lot of young professionals would like to learn more about the hospitality industry and venture into the hotel business. What advice do you have for young professionals who really want to maybe apply to Richmonde or maybe just want to venture into hotel management, HRM students, young business professionals? What advice would you give to them that you would give to your younger self?
I think what they need to do is to work hard, be persistent, be tenacious. I've always believed, because I'm a perfect example of that, no? I try not to tell this to students because otherwise they'll stop studying, because I always say, best in school may not be the best at work.
Right.
Diba?
Right.
Best in school may not be the best in life, but
Yeah.
still do your best.
Yes.
Still do your best, no? Study well, have the value of hard work, persistence, tenacity, integrity
Integrity.
with you, whether you're in school and at work, no? And because one of my traits that I think have helped me a lot is I will not stop working on anything, whether it's small or big, until I find the end.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
For example, if there's a frame I cannot hang because it likes askew, I will not stop until it's straight.
Right.
I'll find a way, no? And I think that matters. Persistence matters. Being grateful all the time matters. And
Being
being
humble.
forward thinking. I always tell young professionals, I would like to tell my younger self, I always tell my younger self, I always tell my young colleagues, no, that always remember this, whatever you do today will define you in the future.
Right.
No? So,
What you do today matters tomorrow.
yes, matters tomorrow. Whatever mistakes you make today, and everyone is allowed to
Yes.
make mistakes, whatever choices you make today will dictate where you will go. That one simple decision can change everything. Always apply the butterfly effect. When the
Yes.
butterfly flutters its wings in
Updated si Miss
China,
Nat sa butterfly effect.
yes, it affects the entire world, diba?
Yes.
So whatever small decision you make, whether you want to drink that cup of coffee or make it matcha, will change you from this time forward.
So true.
Diba?
So
So
true.
always remember that. Sometimes yung FOMO kasi, we're so into FOMO, but we don't realize that it can change
Yes.
everything
Right.
from that point in time forward. Diba?
Miss Nat, I always tell every single person that I meet, whether it's here at the hotel or at a gathering across the city, that they have to meet you. Your energy and who you are as a person is incredibly inspirational. So thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here on the Business and Tsismis podcast today. I'm so excited,
Thank
and
you.
it's great that you also have another avenue to share your story and allow people to learn from you.
Thank you. It's my first podcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Nat.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you once again for tuning in to Business and Tsismis, the Limitless series powered by Eastern Communications. We're so excited to share more episodes with you, and we can't wait to see you at the next episode.